Good morning, Toya. Good morning. How are you? And good morning to everyone joining. Appreciate you guys coming. Again, we got news for the dollar in 10 minutes. All right. It is JOLTS job openings. All right. So it was previously 8 million, 8.6 or zero 0.6 million. They're forecasting it to be 7.96 million. So they're expecting job openings to go down. All right. So that's not a good thing, right? Just thinking logically, okay? And says actual greater than forecasted is good. So this can come out to be, a little higher, but it can still be bad. But regardless, if it comes out lower than this, then that should be real bad for the dollar, causing it to fall. And the dollar is already super bearish. All right, we used to have a triple top, which is really not, what this is, but we're just getting a lower high that is very established here. All right, and we have this bearish engulfing candle. So for the most part, guys, we should just get to fall. There is a fair value gap here that needs to be mitigated, so we need to watch out for that. All right, as it may push up into this before falling. All right, so get a few alerts to the upside just in case. But everything looks like it did yesterday. All right, meaning the dollar is still bearish. So we want to look at plays like gold, which is already rising, guys. So I call this play for my team the other day. You can see gold just kind of went sideways for quite some time. All right, and then now it's looking to rise up. All right, guys. So gold is already one of the plays that you guys should be in from yesterday, if you took it. But if you didn't, you now have the opportunity because it just went sideways for, the entire day yesterday. All right. And now we're getting ready to pretty much take off again. If news comes out bad, I'm expecting a major move on gold to the upside. All right. Also, we took Euro USD for a buy and look at how it went right to our order block here, right to the T, okay, before it started to rise up, all right? So again, guys, we have some really good plays, which were the same plays from yesterday, all right? That's just kind of how it goes. Some days, uh, it doesn't move, and the other days, it takes off, right? It's just how it is. So this is why you have to be patient in the forex market or any kind of trading when we're getting to it. So again, guys, gold, Euro USD, and pound dollar are some of your plays that you want to go for. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick look at NAS because that should be our next play as well. So I'm giving you guys pretty much four plays that I'm looking to take advantage of. One here is the Euro USD. I'm already in it. Now, I actually got in and I closed it by mistake when it got up here in profit, but we really purchased it down here somewhere. And then, this is where we are. But regardless, in profit um, or will be pretty soon, when news drops in about 8 minutes here. All right. So coming on down, got pound dollar and look once again the double bottom tapped into this order block, really kind of grabbed a little bit of liquidity all the way down from this previous order block, which was right here. Okay. And it balanced out that way. And now it took off to the upside. So, again, these were all plays that I called the other day, and they're playing out. So, again, guys, if you're looking to really understand Forex and make some money in it, you might want to come check me out. All right, forexwithbain.com. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. That's going to be, tremendous for me. I really appreciate that. But here it is, guys. Easy money. Excuse me. So price is going up a little bit on pound. So again, I'm expecting some sort of pullback, but that's not always, the case, right? That's not always what's going to happen. A lot of times you'll just get price to take off during news, and then it'll pull back at some later time. But just being prepared for it is not bad. All right. So again, just cleaning up the charts, making sure to cross our T's and dot our I's. Right. All right. So there it is, the high and the low of yesterday. This is what it looks like, clearly on the daily. All right. But as we get down to the 4 hour, there's that double bottom. Here is your higher low, right here. So you can see it's higher than the previous lows. And of course, took off. All right, so from that low, it already went 50 pips, guys. Most of the time, if you get 50 pips within a day, you should be done trading. All you need is 50 pips a day, really, to have a significant amount of money on anything that you're trading. And a lot of times, you can get in and get out pretty quickly, right? Wake up early, find a good setup, take the trade, and within 24 hours, or less, right, you can typically grab those 50 pips. All right. So euro dollar, pound dollar looking good, gold looking good. Let's take a look at oil. Oh, so oil has hit our take profit this morning. So congratulations to everyone in my team who took the trade in my Discord. We've caught over 200 pips, I believe. Yep, 240 pips to the upside on gold. All right, gold. I'm gonna remark it up, but again, it still looks bullish for now. All right, so just kind of clean this up a little bit. But we need to take a quick look at NAS before news drops. All right, so you guys can see as far as oil is concerned, we're at a level of resistance here. Look how clean this market structure is from a daily time frame. Okay, so this is resistance. Look, we're rejecting it right now the same way. So we're rejecting the same way we rejected it last time we were in this area. All right, what happened last time we were here? It tanked. So again, that is a possibility because we have been moving up for some time, but you never really know what you're going to get unless you look, lower to see what the actual structure is. And now looking at this, the structure is still up, guys. All right, we're still making higher highs, and now it's respecting yesterday's high, all right, which is this white line as support. All right, so oil can still rise. Okay, and typically it rises when the dollar falls. So look for, another opportunity there. But let's hurry up and go take a look at NAS before that's all over with. Okay, this is oil so far, right? But out to NAS, we got 3 minutes left for news. All right, and our NAS play is in profit. Guys, it doesn't get any better than this, all right? So again, I am expecting NAS to continue rising and give us a very good push to the upside, up to this level of resistance, and send us home. All right, but yes, so we're still respecting yesterday's high. All right, tapped into this order block and we took off. All right, let me get the charts ready for you guys in a second here. But don't forget euro dollar, pound dollar, gold, and NAS. That's what we're looking at. All of them for a buying opportunity. Okay. And, Again, we may get a drop first before we get the buying opportunity. So we just got to be patient. All right, that's what that's all about. So let's see, what we got with news. Let's refresh. All right, 50 seconds on the clock. And good morning, Nathaniel. Nasgo GU playing right now. Yep, absolutely. Yes, yes. Join the squad for sure. All right, guys. I promise, this will be a life-changing experience for you, especially if you're a newbie. All right. I'm not someone who's gonna let you drown. Do you understand? I'm gonna throw you in the water. All right. But I'll tell you, hey, move your arms, move your legs, stuff like that, right? Just to get you to feel like you can do it, right? And eventually you'll see with all of the support that's there, you're going to be able to do it. So please come on over, forexwithbain.com. All right, there you go. And again, let's get to it. All right, so news, here we go. And again, the charts are telling us that the dollar wants to fall. News came out greater than expected. What do you know, right? This is why we wait for the results. Let's take a look at the charts, all right, and see what it's going to be. So look at that. The dollar is pushing up. Just like I mentioned, it created this gap to the downside, and we may tap into this before falling, guys. So I'm going to set a few alerts above it just to see, all right? But now, guys, I can promise you this is going to be a waiting game, all right? Because all the other pairs that we mentioned that we're looking to get into a trade on, they all shot up overnight, okay? So there is some sort of retracement, pullback, or correction, right? There's so many terms for it, but they all mean the same thing that needs to happen on those before they can potentially continue going up. All right, so that's what that is. So here's the dollar, and we can go down to the 15-minute, really get a good look. Excuse me. So here we are, and you can see that we've pushed up. All right, and again, there's a whole lot of noise in terms of the markups that I made from the higher time frame. All right, so we get rid of that. But if we just look at the 15-minute time frame, we can still read the structure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase everything, really. All right, so boom, here's a clean chart on the 15-minute, and I can see pretty much a trend line break right here. All right, and now I can see a fair value gap right here. And again, guys, if you got any questions about anything that I'm mentioning as I'm marking up the charts, please let me know. I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. All right. So again, trend line break, breaking this low. Okay, right here. Right, I'm talking about right there. All right, and it used to be support, but once it broke it, it became resistance. So that's just the number one golden rule about zones and levels. When they're broken, at one point they're one thing or another, right? They're support or resistance. But once they're broken, they become the opposite, right? So if it was support and it gets broken, it becomes resistance. If it's resistance and then it gets broken, it becomes support, all right? That's just how that goes. So here is an area that I'm pretty much expecting price to get back to before it continues to drop. Because on the 15, the break of this trend line is showing us a change of character, a change of direction is what that really means. All right. So what I'm getting at is that price was rising, okay, making higher highs, higher lows, during the uptrend market structure. But then all of a sudden, price shot down, breaking this low, giving us a change from higher high and higher low to now a lower low. So what's expected next in that downtrend phase is a lower high and then a lower low. All right, guys. Again, you'll learn more about this if you're fresh into Forex, right? About market structure, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. They're really simple. It doesn't take long to get at all. Some people pick it up in 10 minutes, right? You know what I mean? Some people may take a bit longer, but regardless, you will get it pretty quickly, right? Because it's not a difficult thing. But if you haven't seen it, you haven't heard it, it's foreign, all right? So, um, again, it's all saying that the dollar should fall right here from this 15-minute time frame. And now what we also can do, since we have a high point and we have a low point, we can use a tool called Fibonacci to grab it from the high down to the low. All right. And what do you know? This is so crazy. All right. And again, it's not crazy, but it's just it's a cycle and a method to the madness that you guys will start to see, the more you show up and the more you practice, the things that, I'll be teaching you. Okay. And that is that the golden zone of the tool, of the Fibonacci tool that we use, these orange lines, they line up precisely with that fair value gap that I found, with the resistance area that we broke, that used to be support, and uh, they're all in the same area. Okay, so this is where we broke. So there's the 50. Here's the fair value gap. There's the 60, and then the 31.8. It's just the early point of the Fibonacci saying, hey, we can get to here and we can still reject it and start the fall, right? So this is one of those things that you're just looking for price to bounce off of one of these points, all right, these Fibonacci levels, and start to give you some bearish candles. That's really it, guys, right? And we call that confirmation, right? So right now, price is going up, but the overall market structure says that it wants to go down. So we're just waiting for it to finish going up and start to show us that it wants to go down. And then, boom, we're going to be making money. It's that simple. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to complicate this because it's really not that complicated. All right. But when you don't know, you don't know. All right. So here, again, guys, it's just going to be a waiting game, right? We got to wait for, whatever it's going to do here. If it's going to get to the 50, the 60, who knows? It may even push up a little higher to tap into this order block that sits way up here. You just never know, which is why, a lot of people don't make it because they're not patient enough to wait for these things to happen, right? They're going to say, oh, I'm going to sell it right now, right? You know what I mean? Or I'm going to get into those opportunities where the dollar should fall, but then the dollar keeps rising and keeps rising. And then you lose that trade and you're pissed off at the world and everyone else except yourself, right? It's that's how that goes. But, let's have some accountability and understand that you need patience, right? To win in any form of trading. All right. Doesn't matter Forex, crypto, stocks, right? Futures, you name it. It's all the same. You need the same game plan, right? Waiting for price to show you what it needs to before you end up taking the trade. All right. So that's that for the dollar. Hope that made sense. Again, guys, please ask your questions if you have them. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me. All right. So let's go through the trades that we're looking at, right? Euro dollar. So again, as the dollar is pushing up, the euro dollar is pushing down. Okay. So that's not to say that that's what it's going to do for the rest of the day, but that's just what it's doing for right now. All right. So what we can do, and again, I'll erase everything. Okay. Because I know how to trade without markups. But regardless, here we're going to the 15-minute and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Actually, let me get on my sessions indicator. All right. This is a valuable teaching point. Okay. Here in the Asian session, we accumulate it. All right. So if you guys understand or know anything about the phases, right? The Wyckoff phases, right? You probably heard it before. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, continuation, all those terms. All right. This is where it is. Asian session, we accumulated. All that means is we went sideways We didn't really have a trend where price is going straight up or straight down. Now, granted, it does seem slanted like it's going down, but in the grand scheme of things, it's it really didn't go anywhere. All right, so it consolidated, and then out of that, we broke and we manipulated the downside. Okay, so if we look left, look at this, right? Just looking left just a little bit, and we have pretty much a nice little order block sitting right there. And what do you know? Tapped right into it, right? And now we're heading to the upside. So, really, what's going to happen now, okay, is this is accumulation. Here is your manipulation, right? Came out accumulation, manipulated to the downside, gave us a double bottom, right? This is picture perfect, guys. I'm telling you, this is how it goes when you make money, all right? You'll see this happen over and over again, and you'll start to be like, damn, so that's how everybody was getting to it. They just saw these little patterns and these little cycles of, these candles doing a certain thing, and then, they knew what it meant, and boom. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So again, uh, don't miss out on getting with, me and the team if this stuff didn't make sense to you, because you get with us and it will absolutely start to make sense. All right, but here's the double bottom. Here is the neckline that we just broke above, which is right here. All right. And watch how I bet price comes down to this, rejects it, and starts to rise up. Now, again, it can come all the way down, right? It can do that. It can just reverse, right? Because, again, news did come out good for the dollar. But market structure is telling us that we are now in a uptrend, all right? A double bottom is a bullish reversal candlestick pattern or candle chart pattern, right? So we broke above that. We made this new high. We took out the high of the Asian session, and now we're just pulling back to an area of interest. And here's one right here. It's a fair value gap. All right, right there, guys. So don't be surprised if the euro starts rising pretty soon. All right, I won't be surprised. Okay, the only thing I will be surprised at is if we completely reverse. All right, so like if we start dropping past the fair value gap, the old support, I mean the old resistance now turn into support. All right, we start dropping past this, I'll be surprised. And then I'll definitely be surprised. Well, really, I really won't be surprised until we drop past the order block down here, right? That's the main thing. Okay. And even still, I can get rid of it from way back there and I can put it right here because this is where it sits now. All right. Right there. This is your last bear candle before price pushed up heavily with pretty much nothing but bull candles, right? That's what that is. So if price comes back to this area, it most likely wants to do the same thing that it previously did. Guys, it's a cycle. All right. Again, I'm gonna say this a million times so that it'll stick, right? And if you hear me, right, you'll get past all of those unnecessary things that you guys have been probably trying to learn about, which is a lot of indicators, right? You're learning about MACD, Bollinger Bands, super trend hot fire indicator, right? All those things. And none of them are what's going to really get you paid, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? If you can't read structure, if you don't know about manipulation, if you don't understand a chart pattern and how that's supposed to play out, right? If you don't understand correlation, if you don't understand volatility, fundamental news, how that affects a pair, what you're even trading, right? All of these things, you're lost. Okay, so focus on the things that matter, right? And that's what's going to get you paid. All right. Once again, we have a low and we have a high, just like we did on the dollar, right? And I pulled out the Fibonacci tool. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it now instead of from the high to the low, like I did on the dollar. I'm going to take it from the low to the high. And guys, once again, all the Fibonacci levels line up exactly with the areas of our areas of interest. So guys, now it's time to buy the euro dollar. Oh, well, we've already bought it, right? But we're going to survive it from yesterday because our stop loss is way down here, et cetera, et cetera. But right now, if you have not gotten into the euro dollar, now is the time to buy it. I'm going to put a position on here that will show you how you want to go about buying this. And the Fibonacci levels pretty much tell you, right? This is telling you, hey, look for the bulls to show up from these areas. If it does, then take the trade, and your take profit is where you want to take your money or get out of the trade is at these green levels, right? It's at either negative 27 or negative 61.8. All right. So here, taking out the long position tool, put in like this, and I'll put it all the way behind the order block. Guys, that's only 21 pips. Okay. And now as we try to get a 1 or 2, if we look, at getting to the Fibonacci level, that's only 40 pips. But guys, we're just looking at it from the 15-minute time frame. All right. So we don't see the bigger picture. And then here we just look left. We can see a high point up here, all right, which is acting as resistance that we can really aim for. All right. And there it is, 46 pips. Now we have a 1 or 2. All right. But we can probably get way more than that. But I guarantee you that you'll at least get, 50 pips out of the move. So if we come up to like the 2-hour time frame, again, always go to a higher time frame to see the bigger picture. So here, the bigger picture is we're aiming all the way up here for, this high. Let's just push it up a little. All right. And once again, put that red line to represent resistance. So instead of just trying to aim for that 50 pips, we can aim for the gusto of 120 pips. Have you ever made over 100 pips ever in trading? No? Well, I think you might want to sign up with me. All right. Because those numbers are like typical. Okay. So here we go on the 1 hour. All right. And you can see, guys, this is looking tremendously good. Getting big time rejection from here. So on this 1 hour time frame, you can't really see the bull candles. All you see is this wick. Okay. But let's go to the 5 minute. All right. Boom. There we go. Now look at that. The double bottom looks super clean. You can see how in detail it broke, made a higher low, a higher high, and now we just came back to mitigate this fair value gap to the T, to the absolute T. We're bouncing directly off the 61.8. We cleared the whole fair value gap, and now the bull candles are starting to show up. So really, guys, the time that you want to take this trade. All right, so we got a little bit of a hiccup. We got a fair value gap right here. But once again, overall, it looks bullish. All right, so hold tight. All right, but what we want is we want to see that candle break above either this 38% Fibonacci level, so a bull candle breaking above that, because again, we got major bear candles here. All right, so this dance may not be over with yet, right? And really, you don't want to try to prematurely do it, right? You want to see some sort of confirmation that the bulls have showed up, right? The bull candles, I know you guys can't tell because all my candles are white, right? But this is a red candle, this is a red candle. This is probably a bull candle here, but now we're getting a red candle developing because I can see it open up here and now it's pushing to the downside. So we need more bull candles, right? At least 2 or 3 bull candles. That would be good enough for us to take the position that we see here on the Euro USD. All right, guys. So again, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And if you have questions about it, please ask me now, so I can get you answered. All right. But um, that's Euro USD. Let's move on. Pound dollar, probably getting the same exact thing, guys. Look, it's just deja vu, right? These pairs all move similarly, right? Um, and in relation to each other. So here is a, let me see, did we grab this from the 2 hour? I don't know where we grabbed that fair value gap from. Okay, maybe the 2 hour. Okay. Mm, I think it was the 2 hour. That's very weird because it's not developed yet. So maybe I did something wrong there. Either way, let's just mark it all up. now I can get rid of this to the left. All right, this is all said and done. All right, here is our new order block here. So now let's go down to the 15-minute and same old same. All right, nothing really changes, and that's what you guys, it's like when you're trying to be healthy, right? You eat chicken and broccoli and water every day type shit, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just it becomes so mundane, right? That you're just like, oh my God, more chicken today, right? You know what I mean? That's how trading is, right? You're gonna start seeing the same thing over and over and over. You're just gonna be like, okay, so I gotta wait for this, I gotta wait for that, and you thought to yourself that, hey, you're just going to get in here and just start making money, money, money. No, you're going to get in here, you're going to mark up stuff, and you're going to wait. You're going to simply wait, right? All of that learning about all of those things, right? And at the end of the day, in order for you to make money, you're going to have to wait. You're not going to have to remember what the RSI is about, right? You're not gonna have to remember, how to read the numbers on the right? You know what I mean? Like all of that stuff is out the window. Now it's just, are you patient or not? And if you are, well, you're probably gonna get rewarded. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not, you're probably gonna hate trading. You're gonna talk so much shit about Forex. Man, this shit sucks. You know, nobody can, this shit is a scam, right? The list goes on, right? We know how it goes. But hey, let people think that, right? Because there's other people that are making money, right? They're quitting their job. I have a member who quit their job, right? You know what I mean? And we will brag about it forever and a lifetime because I'll probably have more members that do the same thing. And you can be one of the next ones if you join, right? But guys, it is all pretty boring. You know what I'm saying, to say the least. But it pays. Okay, so if that's something that you're looking for, you might want to get in the mix. All right, showing up right now is the first step, right? But now, really getting together with people who are like-minded individuals, right? We're not up here with the state of mind that we're not going to do anything about something that we could actually control to better our future. We're not those type of people, right? We're going to take the wheel by the horns and we're driving around town, right? Because we want something. We're trying to get something, right? And those are the kind of people I want to be around anyway, right? So here on GU, again, consolidation, manipulation, and distribution, all right? So again, we had a nice push up, so we definitely need some sort of push down. Once again, Fibonacci, right? So some of y'all probably already guessed that I was going to do that. And look at that. You're learning already, right? You're becoming psychic, to the markets already without me really doing too much. All right. But here, all right, just line everything up and boom. So we're looking for GU to come on down to these areas. Now, of course, you can try to sell it, okay, and catch it, catch this pullback, this retracement, this correction. You can try to do that, but that's up to you, right? I don't like to trade pullbacks. I know how to. I can. Sometimes I do, but I rather go in the direction of the trend, right? Just think about being in the ocean. Would you rather swim against the current or with the current, right? You might be Michael Phelps, right? And you may be able to swim against the current, right? Because you got the strong upper body, boom, boom, boom. You're a professional, right? But it's going to exhaust the shit out of a normal person. Do you understand what I'm saying? So why put yourself through that, that trauma? All right. Don't try to, only trade pullbacks and things like that. Understand what you're doing overall to the point where you can trade both sides, which are the pullbacks and the runs. All right. So pullbacks going in the opposite direction of where you want it to go, runs going in the direction that you would like for it to go. All right. So right now, it's going in the opposite direction of where we want it to go, which is down, right? We want it to go up. So we want to wait till it finishes going down, right? And then we get to a lower time frame to see that it's finished going down. And as it starts to come up, now we get in for the trade, but we need those bull candles to show up so that we can say, okay, here are the people that we're looking for to show up to the party. Now it's a party. All right. And y'all check out Forex Party if y'all haven't. All right. Um, but that is GU. Let's take a look at gold. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we are. All right, I am going to clean up for a little bit here. Get rid of Fibonacci. Where's my stuff? All right, boom, there we go. Let's look at the daily, and the high is up here, and the low is right there. All right, back on down. All right, so right about there, and right about here. Okay, guys. So again, fair value gap here, another one here, order block sitting all the way down here. None of this has really truly been mitigated in a major way. All right. So these are still looking to get balanced out. And that may happen as the dollar is somewhat rising at the moment. All right. Come on now. There we go. All right. Just want to get my alerts push. All right. So again, gold has been consolidating for a while now. And again, I hate when it does this, right? It's like Smokey, not having big worm money, right? Why you playing with my emotions, Smokey, right? That's what this is. Goes up, comes down. Goes up, comes down. Hey, make up your mind which way you want to go, right? Because it's frustrating the shit out of us, right? But for right now, right, we don't know. We don't know what it's going to do because it's just steadily been doing this. But we know from a higher time frame, all right, so this is the 2 hour, is that we were going down. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Uh-oh, we found the floor, and now we came up to here. We really haven't broken this high yet. All right, so I'm going to just put this as a little level of resistance so you guys can eyeball that, okay? Boom, right? We really haven't broke above this high yet. So technically, we're still kind of in a downtrend, right? But just for the fact that we fell to get lower than this and we came up and we stayed here kind of makes us feel, right, like we're going to push up. Of course, with the dollar looking bearish on top of that, with the correlation that it has with gold. It's a negative correlation, meaning dollar goes down, gold goes up, typically, and vice versa. Dollar goes up, gold goes down. All right. And again, these are things you guys will learn about over time and you'll be able to take advantage of. But as of right now, man, it's it's not quite pushing the way that we would like to see it push, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means, like I told you guys earlier, you got to be patient, right? A lot of this stuff is just waiting, 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 waiting. Okay, and here it is where I'm really going to go for gold. All right, but let's take a look at the dollar, see what that's doing, and then we'll take a look at some of the other uh, indices. All right, 15-minute. What do you know? We got right back up here, guys. Take a look at that, right? I was giving you guys all that talk about the Fibonacci levels. We got right to resistance, and what do we get? Rejection. That's crazy, right? We got right to the 50 Fibonacci level, and what do we get? Rejection, right? Come on, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. Get in the mix with me. I promise you, you're going to learn something that will get you paid, okay? All right, so now I'm excited. Now I'm going to go down to the 5-minute time frame, and I'm just looking for some bulls to show up. All right, I see rejection here. That's bulls. But now I can go all the way to the 1 minute where I'm seeing exactly what's happening on each minute that these candles are painted. All right, so what I have is uptrend structure, right? That pull back up to, the Fibonacci levels, the resistance, the fair value gap. So I have a run, a pullback, a run, a pullback. Uh-oh, now I have a lower high. Uh-oh, I broke this low, I have a lower low. Uh-oh, I got this little form, I have a lower high. So all of these little key points right here are showing me that price is now falling. All right, guys, it's simple. Simple. Kaboom. All right. So this is what we want. And now here we go. Dollar's getting ready to fall. Guys, let's go back to all of our plays because they should start to make us happy. Okay. Now, definitely will want to see just a candle break right here. All right. This is a level that's acting as support on the 1 minute time frame. And if I can get it to a candle to open and close below this support line, it should be an absolute go for the dollar to drop. All right. So we'll watch this minute by minute so you guys can kind of see, what's going on and what's popping. All right. But look, everything else going off. GU is going off. Right. So that's starting to do its thing. Again, it went from going down to higher high, higher low, higher high, and here we are. We're pushing. Look, everything's going off. Let's get back over to the dollar before we miss it. All right, look, we're breaking that support area, and this is on the 1 minute time frame, so just hang tight. I just want to see it close. So we're just going to wait a few more seconds, a minute, or what have you. All right, look, we got 21 seconds, 19, 18, 17. You'll always get a timer on each individual candle, right? So you'll kind of get an idea of when it's going to close and do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. But 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. We got a break below support. Now the candle has opened below this support line. So now, guys, if I get this candle to close below this support line, dollar should absolutely tank and gold should rise, NAS should rise, pound dollar, euro dollar should all rise. All right, look at this bad boy. We might miss the whole thing trying to wait for it. But again, that's the beauty of just having patience. All right, guys. So hang on, hang on. All right, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. All right, I'm going to just go look at gold, see if it busts the move. All right, look at that. So we did get a nice little double bottom here, and it is starting to push up. I'm going to get a few more alerts on. Uh-oh, messed up. All right, here we go. But guys, y'all know the plays. All right, here's dollar. Once again, did we get that candle? Yes, it is. That's it, guys. That's all I need. All right, and I'm going to live with the results of whatever happens on all of these trades. All right, so once again, euro dollar. All right, going to buy it. Look, got into our fair value gap, got past our 61.8 Fibonacci. Let me get this clear for you guys. Right, and now it's closed up. So now, guys, rock and roll. All right, buy on each and every last one of these. All right, because it is that time. All right, let's get those alerts back because they started going off tremendously. All right, that's that. Let's look at dollar from a higher time frame, and I'll get this focus. All right, look at that. Look at that rejection, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it is go time. All right, it is absolutely go time. That's on the 1 hour. Let's look at it on the 4 hour. Okay, look at that. Right? So again, this was our double bottom, broke the neckline, made a lower low, came all the way back, tapped into this order block, and now the bears have shown up. So again, for the rest of the day, Fibonacci is telling us that we should get to this low at 105.50. Right? We may get lower than that. We may get to 105.38. We may get to 105.17. Hell, we may get all the way down, right? You really don't know. But my point is, that you guys are able to understand, market structure, how these things go. You're seeing it in real time, right? So these lives are going to be very, very, very beneficial because this is how it goes in the real world, right? This I'm using exactly what I'm teaching you guys right now to get into these trades, right? We got into them yesterday, right? They played around on us a little bit because they were pretty much waiting for Jerome to speak this morning and waiting for the JOLTS job opening reports to to come out. So now all of that is out the way. Now it's time to rock and roll, right? So today should be a lovely day on these pairs that we're trading. All right. So again, Euro USD, go ahead and buy. Pound dollar, go ahead and buy. Let's get these alerts here. All right. Gold, go ahead and buy. All right. I know it's still in consolidation and it looks a little finicky and whoop de whoop, but you know, it should rise. All right. And that's just, the chances that you have to take, right? You got to pick a side, right? You're not going to do all this analyzing and, all of this studying. You read all the books, you watched all the videos, but then here it is, it's time to trade live and you're deer in headlights, right? You see the potential, but you're like, no, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. Well, guess what? You're not going to win. I can tell you that. Okay. So, guys, hit that button, okay? Take your chances. See what happens. That's going to tell you everything that you need to know. That's going to boost your confidence, or it's going to take you back to the drawing board so that you can fine tune whatever, issues you may be having to have if you continuously lose, right? That's the thing. You guys won't even take the chance to see whether or not you'll lose, right? So you don't even know if you're actually a winner or a loser. It sucks, right? It's all a mental thing. That's why traders don't make it. They have to fortify their mind, and they can't do it, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you can, if you're one of those strong-minded individuals like the members in my Discord, you're gonna be all right. Okay? So here, you guys know what to do. I want to take a look at Nas and see, what's going on. There we go. Nas rising. Guys, I'm expecting a field day on that. SPY rising. Okay. Again, it did look bearish for a little bit because of the equal highs and we broke here, but now it's looking more bullish. All right. And we can also look at US 30 and that probably will rise as well. All right. But that's a heavy hitter. All right. If you're not ready, if your account pretty much isn't over 10 bands or better, I don't recommend touching US 30. But again, if you know what you're doing, right, you can get away with pretty much anything, right? It's all about the knowledge and the skill set, not necessarily your account balance. All right. But here on NAS, guys, we've already taken it. So go ahead and get in where you fit in, stops below this area, right? And you'll pretty much be good to go. But guys, any questions, any comments, any concerns whatsoever about anything? All right. And again, oil's still doing a little thing. All right. There goes pound dollar. All right. Giving us an indication. All right. But oil may rise later. All right. There it is. All right. So guys, if there's no questions, no comments, no concerns, no pairs that you guys want to take a look at, I want to say again, thank you for joining. Right, I'll probably go live for the rest of the week, so look out for those notifications. Hit that bell to be reminded. All right, so that you don't miss out on whatever opportunities we may also have for the rest of the week. Okay, don't let this day go by and you haven't taken anything, and you see by tomorrow things went bananas and crazy, and you could have had money. All right, don't let that be the case. Right. Again, get in where you fit in, or just come and join me and the team over at my Discord. I have a 4th of July special going on right now. It's a 50% discount on any of the subscriptions in my Discord. And the code that you guys have to use to get that 50% off is BBIDF. Boom. All right. And there's the code. All right. So put that in as you're signing up, and you'll get half off of whatever subscription you choose. All right. I have weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, annually, and lifetime. So you have choices. All right. But um, you know, that'll do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all know what it is. It's your boy. Peace.